like to be forced to live in a home surrounded with trash and filth? Well, this is what you're forcing our marine life to do when you use those disposable plates, forks, and other plastic materials like water bottles, etc. This can happen even if you're throwing away your trash in the waste bin. Dinchak from the NRDC says that approximately 80% of trash in the ocean gradually makes its way there from land-based sources via storm drains, sewers, and other routes. These plastics that you're throwing out are not likely to be biodegradable, so they will just sit in our environment and cause a potential threat to our marine life, because they can take thousands and millions of years to break down, so they're just sitting there and doing nothing. You might ask yourself, well, why would this matter to me? Because 70% of our beautiful planet is covered in the oceans, and they are one of our most valuable natural resources. They have important tasks like governing the weather, cleaning our air, and helping feed the world, and importantly, they provide millions of people with a living. Would you want someone to trash your home like this? I personally have tried to cut down on plastic use after learning about the harmful effects it has on our environment. I do this by using reusable straws, cups, and grocery bags, and try to use reusable water bottles. Improving the ocean and the marine life, which in hand will improve our lives, is why I think as a nation we should work together to lessen the amount of plastic we use and increase the amount we recycle. Plastic is used so much in our everyday lives, and it all contributes to the pollution in the ocean. And now I'll discuss how this happens. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says that the top 10 things that are picked up out of our ocean are all plastic, which seems to be the common theme here. They also said that scientists think about 8 million metric tons of plastic make it into the ocean every year. It is simple things that we use in our everyday life, like a toothbrush that you use to brush your teeth every single morning, the wrappers that packs all the food that you eat throughout the day, the bags that you use to carry your groceries, and think how many bags you use per grocery trip and how much you shop for groceries in a month or in just a few weeks. Or the water bottles that you drink every day, because I know a lot of people rely on water bottles to help them remember to drink. All these things somehow end up in our ocean, harming our wildlife that reside there. The marine waste can damage the coral reefs and bottom-dwelling species and entangle or drown ocean wildlife. Some marine animals even inhale some of the smaller particles and choke to death. Like Shellhouse from Reader Digest has pointed out, most plastic is single-use and only has a lifespan of about 15 minutes. So you probably don't think about the harm it causes to us and the ocean. For example, when you're eating a bag of chips or maybe a snack cake and you throw that package away, you're probably not aware of the fact that it could end up in the ocean, harming an animal's life, or sitting on the earth somewhere, taking thousands of years to break down. Now let's discuss what we can do about this issue. As a nation, I think it is important that we either ban certain uses of plastic or enhance the laws for recycling, or even both. Plastic is something that has enhanced and made our lives so much more convenient, but at the expense of important things like our marine life. We as a human race rely on it to do some of the simplest things like cover our food or package our food, drinking drinks with water bottles, or using straws. These are all simple things that have an easy solution. Just eliminate the plastic or require a better recycling technique. We could use 85 to 100% biodegradable cardboard packaging for food and water, and this can be done for straws as well, and this is something that has become more popular with our youth today. You see it all over social media, people using reusable straws. They're in most stores. You'll see them just hanging on a little clip strip or something. They're very easily accessible. Another big issue with an easy fix is the use of plastic grocery bags. The Center for Biological Diversity says that 100,000 marine animals are killed by plastic bags alone annually. This is a ridiculous number of animals that are dying over something with such a simple fix. We could use biodegradable paper bags, or you use the reusable grocery bags. I know everyone always sees them hanging on the checkouts when you check out. They're only 50 cents if you just buy a couple of those and use those instead of using, 20 to 25 grocery bags every time you shop, and you just throw those away. Most people don't even keep them or recycle them. By partaking in the ban of plastic bags or enhancing the laws of recycling, we can improve the ocean and the marine life, which will in turn improve our lives as well. Since 80% of the ocean's pollution is because of plastic, banning the use of this product will have a direct effect on the amount of pollution in the ocean. The pollution in the ocean, like I said earlier, harms the coral reefs, marine lives, and even the shores and beaches that can have an effect on our lives. I know you don't like to go to Galveston and go to the beach and see just trash everywhere. Well, that's a direct effect from people using plastic and just throwing it out, and maybe it's making its way there. The ocean governs many things in our life. Like I said earlier, it governs the weather. It helps clean our air, so if you want to breathe nice air, then just cut down on the plastic. It provides an important source of food, like seafood. I know a lot of people eat seafood around here. And then a lot of people have jobs in the ocean. All of these things will be improved by when we lower the amount of plastic we use in our everyday lives. If we choose to ignore this problem, then we'll be faced with the long-term effects of pollution, which is almost the exact opposites of all the benefits that I just explained. Another thing I did not mention is by choosing this, you will be choosing to put your health in danger. If you choose to consume seafood that is contaminated with the pollution, then those contaminants could also harm your health. By eating seafood that are swimming around in the ocean that are just in plastic all the time, and then you eat those, then that could potentially harm your health when you consume it. If we continue to choose to pollute our oceans, Marine Litter Solutions says that the cumulative inputs of plastic waste could reach as high as 250 million tons by 2025. As I have just explained, the advantages of banning plastic far outweigh the convenience of continuing to use plastic. Plastic is, most of the time, a single-use item with a lifespan of about 15 minutes. It is something so simple to get rid of or replace with products that are eco-friendlier. It makes up about 80% of the marine litter that is found in the ocean, and even when disposed of properly, it can still find its way there. It is in our best interest to try and ban these plastic items because pollution in the ocean can have a direct impact on our lives. This is because the weather is governed by the ocean. It can clean our air. Lots of people have the source of income from the ocean. And also, like I said earlier, the ocean makes up 70% of our planet. And just like we like to keep our homes clean, we want to keep our planet clean. So we should try our hardest to do this by banning plastic or increasing the amount we recycle. That way we can keep our home clean.